Worship Satan. Of course we sacrifice kids. We need their innocence for our rituals. Bet you never heard of adrenochrome. I worship Satan. Of course we're bringing in the new world order. Who doesn't like a new world, bro? Come on, it's new. It's like an iPhone. Get with the program. I worship Satan. Of course me and the bros get together and chant in a circle at 3 a.m. Gotta get them demons moving. I worship Satan. Of course we're already implementing the mark of the beast. You just don't know about it because we control the media. I worship Satan. Of course I'm not gonna let you praise Jesus. Not on my watch. That's just my boss's enemy, man. They got a lot of history. I worship Satan. Of course I love churches. Personally, I prefer the Synagogue of Satan. But even the other churches, they're still bringing them to us. I worship Satan. Of course I sacrificed my family and friends to get fame and fortune. Had to show my boss I was committed. It was never about greed though. I worship Satan. Of course we have to tell you everything that we do. We work off of karmic retribution. So if we don't tell you, we're gonna face some serious consequences. Science fiction movies are like our main squeeze. I worship Satan. Of course we use numerology. 6, 7! I worship Satan. Don't you know? My leader freed us from bondage in the Garden of Eden. We didn't even know we were naked. Now we have the wisdom to become bigger than God. We can make babies without people. Heterosexual couples can now be a thing of the past. And the best part about it, these children are gonna be born with the mark of the beast. I'm your hating ass homeboy. Of course I watch your pockets. Can't let them get bigger than mine. I'm your hating ass homeboy. Of course I tell you not to go to church. You might start asking God to remove your enemies. He gonna remove me. I'm your hating ass homeboy. Before you even get ahead of yourself, little bro, I'm always gonna be big bro. Never forget that, bro. Never forget your place in life. I'm your hating ass homeboy. Of course I added your girl to my close friends. That's where I post you cheating. I'm your hating ass homeboy. Of course when you got shot at, I was the one that dropped your load of the ops. That'll be the last time I drop a load of them niggas. Niggas ain't hit you once. I'm your hating ass homeboy. Of course I'm close with your family. Once I slime you out, they gonna replace you with me. Your mom gonna need somebody to put on the wheel, bro. I'm your hating ass homeboy. Of course when you tell me it's your plan to do something first, I'ma do it before you. Come on, bro. I gotta prove a point to pop up first. I'm not your dog for real. I'm your hating ass homeboy. Of course if you get blackout drunk, I'm gonna cash out myself money from your phone. Then I'ma serve you up to some niggas to rob you. By the time you wake up, I'ma be helping you look for niggas we never gonna find. I don't even know where you went, bro. You should've just stayed where we was at. You was lit. I'm your hating ass.
If a documentary was made of, will be the most damning. If, like, out of people you know, if they were to make a documentary.
Sidney Poitier.
Oh, whoa. Was the Academy Award winner?
Yes. Because the shit that he did for them.
Oh.
Just so he could have his career.
Oh.
The things that he did to Eartha Kitt. The lies that he told on Ossie D and Ruby. Ossie Davis and Ruby D. There used to be a rumor in Black Hollywood that if Sidney Poitier showed up at your party, it's because they were watching you.
Wow.
And he carried that legacy until his 80s.